Hi everyone, this is Shannon, Anatomy Physiology Discussion Board 7, and we're going to do a short video on the process and steps in urine formation. The first step is going to be the glomerular filtration. The process begins by filtration. The fluid is forced under pressure by the afferent arterioles. With increased blood pressure, the particles are pushed out and pushed through the filtration membrane. Filtrated fluid forced under the pressure flows from the glomulus into the capsular space of the glomerular capsule. The glomerular filtrate is accumulated within the glomerular capsule, and the filtrate is the fluid that has been filtrated from the blood plasma in the glomerulus and throughout the nephron. During a filtration membrane keeps substances that shouldn't pass through. And so we'll look at here the glomerular filtrate membrane. The membrane will actually prevent substances that shouldn't pass through. So what gets filtered out? What substances will get filtered out? And we would have the water, electrolytes, glucose, fatty acids, amino acids, waste, and vitamins will get filtered out. Formed elements never leave, such as blood. Oh my gosh, there's a bug right here. Blood and hormones will not get filtered out. So then we're going to go on. So this is the glomerular filtration, which is the first step process in urine formation. The second step would be the tubular reabsorption. In the proximal convoluted tubules, there's reabsorbed most of the glomerular filtrate back into the peristubular capillaries. This process is passive and active process. The nephron loop reabsorbs some water and sodium and aids in the further collecting ducts conserving water. The distal convoluted tubules also absorb small amounts of water, which let's see here. So the tubular reabsorption removes useful solutes from the filtrate, returns them to the blood. And then we got the third step, which is tubular secretion, removes additional waste from the blood and adds them to the filtrate. Tubular secretion attracts chemicals from the blood, secretes them into the renal tubules. This process makes sure any toxic materials that didn't make the first filtration process or anything that is too big pass through the filtration membrane can be removed through the tubular secretion. The water conservation removes water from the urine and returns it to the blood. It helps concentrate the wastes that are excreted during urination. So this would be actually the final step in the process would be the water conservation. Once the filtrate has entered the collecting duct, it is considered urine. As the collecting duct passes through the renal medulla, water is reabsorbed to further concentrate the urine even further. So this is the process. We'll start with the first step, which is the glomerular filtration. The second step is the tubular reabsorption, and the third step would be this tubular secretion, and then you have the water conservation. And then this is very important, the products that are going to retain and the ones that will be excreted. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my video.